guys, so I just wanted to do a really quick lesson on how to practice how to improvise. So a lot of people can play the left hand, the chords or the pattern in the left hand, and can play the scale with the right hand, but they find it difficult to combine it. Once they start playing with both hands, they miss beats or they miss bars or they confuse things up. So I just wanted to do a really quick explanation on how you should sort of practice it up so that you can play both hands together quite smoothly and improvise easily. First thing you have to do is commit to muscle memory the left hand. It has to be completely automatic. You can't be thinking about it. It just sort of has to happen. So that way your entire attention can be devoted to the right hand. So once you've got the left hand down pat and can do it with your eyes closed, then you can start adding in the right hand. So to begin with, just play a one-note solo. So that's a solo using one note in any rhythm, but only hitting the one note. So I'm going to be in the key of C, and I'm just going to be using the C blues scale to improvise. So begin with a one-note solo. And so on and so on, until you're comfortable playing that. Then you can add in a second note. So in this case, the E flat's next in the blues scale. So again, playing any rhythm you like, but only using those two notes. And again, once you're comfortable with that, you can throw in a third note. And so on. And so you can just keep adding notes until you're comfortable using the whole scale. And then, I suppose, you're sort of a part of the way there. Another way you can practice is by creating little patterns effectively like a study. Create a little pattern that you can play up and down the scale in order to sort of practice it with both hands. So for example, a good one is skipping a note and then going back. Skipping a note, then going back. So like this. And you can do it down. And you can use any pattern you like and just repeating it again and again, but going one note up each time. And so on. And so that also sort of helps you combine both hands. Another good way to practice is something called melodic continuity. The first thing I showed you was essentially playing one note in any rhythm, right? Or two notes in any rhythm. So you can play whatever rhythm you like, but you're limiting the melody or the notes you can play. This is effectively the opposite. So you can play whatever notes you like, whatever melody you like, but you're limiting your rhythm. So in this case, melodic continuity is just playing simple quavers or quarter notes consistently. So two notes per beat. So da 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 da. Again, any note you like, but never missing a beat, no rests, no syncopation, nothing like that, just a really simple rhythm. So like this. And so on. And keep practicing that again until you're comfortable playing like that. And the last thing I wanted to show you is essentially mixing or how to first practice combining scales, because I covered a whole bunch of scales in the last lesson, and you can probably play them sort of simply one at a time, but you can't really combine them especially well to begin with. A good way to begin practicing is essentially just start on one scale, and then either put in a chromatic or an arpeggio, and then continue playing after that. So for example, again, sticking to the blues scale. That was with chromatics. You can do the same with arpeggios. So essentially what I was doing there is I was playing the blues scale, then I either played a chromatic or an arpeggio up to another note within the blues scale, and then I continued in the blues scale. And that's sort of a good way to practice playing, I suppose, some wrong notes or get some sort of other sounds other than the blues scale in. And that's also a good way to, for example, you start on the blues scale, you do a little chromatic run up, and then you can play like the C mixolydian or the whole tone scale, whatever you like. And that's a good way to sort of essentially, yeah, learn how to go from one scale to the other and making it sound smooth without any gaps or without making it sound like you're playing scales. Anyway, so practice that up, hope that helped. In the next lesson, I'm going to go over essentially the sort of key things that make a blues solo sound bluesy. Anyway, hope you'll join me then. Thanks.